children, welcome back to political science class. Last 2 days we were discussing here how can we make our constitution very effective. 2-3 points already we had discussed. Today we are going to think about balanced institutional design. There have been many instances of constitutional subversion and political crisis. Sometimes this subversion and crisis are created by small groups or institutions. Conflicts between the executive and the judiciary and the executive and the legislature had created many problems. It is important to avoid these conflicts and problems. One effective way of avoiding such conflict is to make a constitution with clear separation of powers between various organs of the state, such as legislature, executive, and judiciary. The Indian Constitution clearly do this. Apart from that, the Constitution also provides for autonomous institutions like Election Commission. We had studied last year about the powers and functions of Election Commission. Now, children, we are going to think about how our Constitution or our Constituent Assembly was framed. Indian Constitution was made by the Constituent Assembly, we know very well. Members of the Constituent Assembly were elected by the members of provisional or provincial or legislative assemblies. Each province and each princely state were allotted seats proportional to their respective population. The seats in each province were distributed among the committees like or communities like Muslims, Sikh, and general in proportions to their population. Members of each community in the provincial legislatures are elected their own representatives. The selection of the representatives of princely state was to be determined by consultation. The Constituent Assembly was initially constituted for undivided India. It held its first sitting on 9th December 1946. It reassembled as Constituent Assembly for divided India on 14th August 1947. Those members who were elected from territories that fell under Pakistan ceased to be members of the Constituent Assembly. Constituent Assembly was truly a representative body. Members of all religions were given representation. There was adequate representation to the scheduled caste. Children, now already we understood what is the structure of Constituent Assembly. Now we have to understand few principles of deliberation. When we take our Constitution, please children, each and every clause of the Indian Constitution was thoroughly debated. There were differences among members of the Constituent Assembly regarding certain provisions of the Constitution. There were differences of opinion on issues such as should India adopt a centralized or decentralized system of government? And another difference or another issue that was what should be the nature of center state relation. And another issue, what should be the powers of the judiciary? Again, should constitution protect property rights? Our differences over these issues were thoroughly discussed and debated before finalization. One provision of the constitution was adopted without any debate. This was introduction of universal adult franchise. The Constituent Assembly adopted a transparent and elaborate procedure in preparing the Constitution. The Assembly had 8 committees on different subjects. Those committees were chaired by eminent men like Nehru, Sardar Patel, Dr. Rajendra Prasad, Ambedkar, etc. These leaders have a different opinion. In spite of having differences, they worked together. So, dear children, already we understood how our leaders have given the foundation for our constitution to make it very effective. Rest of the part we shall see in the next class. Thank you.